You know what's great about your investment account with the big guys? It's actually a time machine. Log in and zoom. Welcome back to 1999. It's time for an upgrade. At Public.com, you can invest in almost everything. Stocks, bonds, options, and more. You could even put your cash to work at an industry-leading 4.1% APY. Leave your clunky, outdated platform behind at Public.com. Go to Public.com and fund your account in 5 minutes or less. Paid for by Public Investing Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Full disclosures at Public.com/disclosures.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
You don't know me yet, but I bet we have something in common. We all wish we were better functioning humans. Maybe figure out how to sleep better, have more meaningful relationships, cook more. That's Search for Practical Knowledge. It's my job at the Washington Post. I host a podcast called Try This. Every episode is like an audio class, and we learn together. I'm Christina Quinn. Now you know me. Check out Try This wherever you're listening.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
It's Later with Mo Kelly. Time to talk free movies with Chris Woolsey of Vizio TV. Vizio, home of the Vizio Watch Free Plus app.
KFI AM 640 is Later with Mo Kelly. We're live on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the iHeartRadio app. Let's talk some movies with Chris Woolsey, of course, of Vizio TV, the Associate Director of Communications. My brother, it's been a minute. How you been?
I have been well. How have you been?
I've been great, as a matter of fact. I was hoping and looking forward to seeing you because, lives get real busy. We didn't have you the past couple of weeks. I always like talking movies with you because you are a fan, as I am.
I am a fan. In fact, you gave me some homework the last time I was on the show, if you remember correctly.
I did?
And I did the homework. I went and watched Pitch Dark with Vin Diesel.
Oh, Pitch Black.
Pitch Black. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, let me get out of the way. Give me your movie review.
I loved it. Yeah. I thought it was fantastic. I didn't have big expectations going in, so I was pleasantly surprised. I thought they did a really good job of hiding the fact that they didn't have a big budget by making really interesting stylistic choices.
Kept it dark.
Yep.
Didn't reveal everything along the way.
Yep. Yeah. No, I was so excited about that. Pleasantly surprised. So anytime you guys have recommendations, just throw them my way.
And let me just apologize because you were caught up in the hallway conversation. You didn't come here for that. You learned way too much about us individually and collectively. So let me just apologize on behalf of the staff.
Quite all right. I feel like I came away a better person, and I know probably more about cleaning products than I ever wanted to know. But
I appreciate you for being a good sport. What do we have at Vizio and the Watch Free Plus app that you're featuring this week?
We've got all kinds of great stuff. But this month we are promoting a bunch. Summer is in full swing.
Yes.
So we've got a bunch of very fun summer titles that we are promoting. One of my favorites, this is a 2002 girl power surf film called Blue Crush. I don't know if you ever saw it.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I haven't seen it in many, many years, but yes, I remember a good feeling about it.
Kate Bosworth. Yeah. It's very fun. And it kind of encapsulates beach culture and summer and, girls in bikinis.
Hey.
It's very fun. Michelle Rodriguez, Fast and Furious, obviously.
Yep.
Matthew Davis, who I didn't realize that guy has been in everything in the last 20 years. He's done like 6 series, Vampire Diaries and a ton of other things. But
you sometimes are reminded that the whole idea of an overnight success just doesn't exist. They're not well known to you.
Exactly. But they are working in the industry consistently.
Right. They are, paying their dues.
Absolutely. Yep. So that's a very fun one. It's extremely summery. I think my favorite this month is Fever Pitch. This is the 1997 rom-com, Drew Barrymore, Jimmy Fallon. She's like a type A executive type woman who's a serial dater, meets Jimmy Fallon, who ticks a bunch of boxes for her. But the problem is he's in love with someone else. And when I say someone else, he's in love with the Boston Red Sox. And so he has this like ridiculous dedication to the baseball franchise, and she can't quite wrap her head around it. But it is a really fun rom-com. I think both of them are eminently watchable. I think she's adorable. He's always super fun, and it's a great summer rom-com.
All right. I don't picture you as the rom-com type guy. Where does the genre rank for you?
Pretty low, as a matter of fact. So you are correct in that summation, but every once in a while, when there is a rom-com that doesn't fit the, like we talked about recently, 500 Days of Summer. I love that. I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt is electric in that. Zooey Deschanel is great. Together, they've got ridiculous chemistry. So there are exceptions that prove the rule that I am not generally a gigantic rom-com guy.
I know you got one more before we go to break.
I do. Just because, it's summer, people are going to the beach, they're doing a lot of swimming. I just want to throw a cautionary tale in there. Deep Blue Sea, 1999. This is the Sharktastic film, Samuel L. Jackson, Thomas Jane, who I know you're a big fan of.
Yes.
We talked about Crown Vic once when I was on the show long ago.
LL Cool J.
LL Cool.
Only reason I know that is because I was working at Warner Brothers Records at the time.
Yeah.
And we were responsible for producing the soundtrack.
Okay.
And LL has this song, My Hat is Like a Shark's Fin. Okay. And it's really good. And I just remember because I worked on the soundtrack.
Yes.
And the movie, it's an underrated shark movie. Let me put it that way.
It is. And I think LL Cool J absolutely could be a scientist. I'm just going to go out on a limb because no, it's fantastic. Saffron Burrows is adorable from Mozart in the Jungle.
She's easy on the eyes.
She is very easy on the eyes, and it's a very fun. So they're trying to cure Alzheimer's in 48 hours. I'm not sure how that works, but
right.
But she is convinced
under the gun.
She can do it, and they inject sharks with smart serum of some sort, and
it goes wrong by chance.
It goes sideways, to say the least, and everything goes wrong.
I don't want to give anything away, but there's a very impassioned speech by Samuel L. Jackson's character, which makes the movie.
Yes, I agree.
You know what I'm talking about.
I absolutely know what you're talking about.
Yes,
and it is phenomenal, and this is like Jaws meets a cheese factory, because it is just, it's very fun.
It's a well thought out movie, and actually I thought they would do a sequel to it. I thought that there was enough there.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say how it turns out, but there was room for a sequel.
Yes. And I'm also bringing this up because I am teasing the fact that in July we're going to have the Watch Free Plus Shark Attack channel, which will have about 50 of your favorite cheesy shark classics.
Wait, say that again, please, so everyone knows.
This is the Vizio Watch Free Plus Shark Attack channel, and that will be launching in July, and it will have about 50 of your favorite cheesy. So we've got the Open Water franchise, obviously the Sharknado, Bull Shark, all three installations of that one. We've got Mountain Shark, Sand Shark. It's ridiculous. Every shark iteration you could possibly imagine.
You got more when we come back?
Oh, yes.
It's Late with Mo Kelly. Chris Woolsey joins me in studio, Associate Director of Communications for Vizio TV. We're talking about the Watch Free Plus.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water. But you're getting it anyway. Because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
And here we have a specimen from the early 2000s, a legacy investing platform. Please don't touch the exhibit, folks. It could crash.
Ready to step out of the financial history museum? At public.com, you can invest in almost everything. Stocks, bonds, options, and more. You can even put your cash to work at an industry-leading 4.1% APY. Leave your clunky, outdated platform behind. Go to public.com and fund your account in 5 minutes or less. Paid for by Public Investing Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Full disclosures at public.com/disclosures.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
App.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640 is Later with Mo Kelly. We're live on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the iHeart Radio app. And I'm telling you, nobody has more fun than we do. And the only way that you can have fun with us is to tune in to one of the visual simulcast streams, such as Facebook, Instagram, obviously YouTube. Because there's some stuff that we can only show you, we can't tell you. And if you missed the dance off last segment, shame on you. I'm joined in studio right now by Chris Woolsey of Vizio TV. He's Associate Director of Communications. We're talking about the Watch Free Plus app, where we have all this great free movie and television content. Free. Again, let's remind people how they can get the Watch Free Plus app.
Absolutely. So if you have a Vizio TV, you simply turn it on the home environment. It's right there. You click on the Watch Free Plus icon and you're off to the races. Hey,
that's you on the screen.
That is me. Look at that. Amazing.
I got to see it to believe it.
I feel like you're running me through filters or something because I don't.
Handsome dude.
I don't see wrinkles. This is amazing. I'm just going to hang out here longer. That was Daniel's handiwork. That's incredible.
Yeah, he's pretty good at this.
He is good. But if you don't own a Vizio TV, don't worry, because you also can get access to Watch Free Plus. All you have to do is go to your favorite app store, download the free Vizio mobile app, click on Watch Free Plus, create a free Vizio account, and you're off to the races. There are over 300 free streaming channels.
Free, 99.
And that is the proper response to free. And over 300 free streaming channels, tens of thousands.
Wait a minute, 300 free streaming channels.
It's ridiculous. I don't know why anybody's paying for anything when you have this much free.
Mark doesn't pay for anything free, and I know that you have some horror offerings this week as well.
Oh, bring it, please.
We do. So I'm often on here talking about horror movies, which are obviously amazing, but Vizio Watch Free Plus also has a ton of great horror television series, including the 2013 award-winning series Hannibal.
Now, that's wonderful. Yeah, Brian Fuller. That's so good. And they quit the show before it came to its natural conclusion.
Unfortunately, yes. So we have every episode. It's such a great show. Mads Mikkelsen, who my wife has an unhealthy obsession with. He's your favorite?
She probably thinks it is a healthy obsession.
Can we all agree that he was the best Hannibal Lecter, better than Anthony Hopkins, better than Brian Cox?
I don't know if we can agree because
he's really creepy in the show.
He is exceedingly creepy in the show.
No, creepy, but still there was a standard which was set prior to him.
He makes Anthony Hopkins look like a Warner Brothers character.
I agree. I think Mads is incredibly good.
Don't humor Mark that much. He doesn't need that.
I feel like each iteration, so you had Brian Cox in Manhunter. He was great, but what does he have, like 4 minutes of screen time in
Brian
that?
Cox is great in everything.
And then if you look at the amount of time Anthony Hopkins is actually on the screen, it's very little in Silence of the Lambs. He's spectacular when he's there, don't get me wrong. But Mads Mikkelsen, he gets to take that character and run with it over dozens of episodes. And it's just spectacular. And it takes place 10 years after the events of Silence of the Lambs. And you
mean prior?
I'm sorry. No, it's after.
Are you sure about that?
No, you're right. No,
don't they introduce Clarice Starling in one of the later episodes?
Correct. Yeah, it is prior. I'm sorry. Yeah. And it's so good. It's so good. And the cast is incredible. Lawrence Fishburne, Hugh Dancy, Gillian Anderson, who's unbelievable.
Hugh Dancy is also very underrated. I watch him now on Law and Order. It's like, this guy's great.
Yeah. He's fantastic.
I know you have some more horror to share.
I do. We have Hemlock Grove. This was produced by Eli Roth, who I think has created more horror on television than any single person. I mean, he directed Hostel. There's like tons and tons of series that horror series that he's either directed or produced. It's basically Riverdale meets American Horror Story. So you have all these beautiful young people, and there is something very wrong going on in this town where they live. So Famke Johnson from X-Men, Bill Skarsgård from obviously It and Nosferatu. We have a lot of like Scandinavian people we're talking about this time. I'm not sure why, but Landon Liberayan from Frontier. It's really good. This kind of drifter kid moves into this town and befriends the heir to the wealthiest family in town. And there's been like a brutal murder that has just taken place in town. And they kind of pair up to expose this sort of supernatural underbelly that's going on in Hemlock Grove. It's really, really good. Very intense. Highly recommended.
I know we got time for one more.
We do. One more. And I throw this in because I think it's very fun. I think she's an underrated actress and, or at least underutilized. And that is Mina Suvari from American Beauty. She's so good in this show. So this is called South of Hell.
Can I like prop myself up real quick? I met her many years ago. She used to work out at the Bally's in Studio City.
Okay.
And I think there's like American Beauty. I think when it just came out.
Sure.
And she would always come in and work out. And she was one of the nicest people. Oh. And it was relatively early in her career.
Sure.
And she obviously went on to great stardom. But it's nice to know that the people that you see before they get big,
right,
are decent people. That's why I just want to throw that in there.
That's awesome. I love that. And she's great in this. So she plays it's kind of like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer meets Justified. So she is a demon slayer who actually herself has a demon inside of her, which sort of fuels her hatred for them and her desire to destroy them. It's really good. Layman Rucker from the Black Hamptons plays a priest. He's very funny. It's just it's a nice mix of the horror genre, but then also they weave some really fantastic humor in there. Zachary Booth from Damages is great in this. Highly recommend. It's fantastic. South of Hell. Check it out. It's free on Watch Free Plus.
Yes, all of this, everything we've been talking about is free and available on the Watch Free Plus app. If you have a Vizio TV, it's already pre-installed. You don't necessarily need a Vizio TV to be able to have access to the Watch Free Plus app. All of this is free and for your enjoyment. I don't know if it gets any better than that, Chris Woolsey.
Love it. Yep. Get on it because you keep watching. We'll keep bringing new titles.
Does that mean you'll keep coming back?
I promise.
It's Later with Mo Kelly, KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and so much more.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640 is Later with Mo Kelly. We're live on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, iHeartRadio app, and since I'm talking about the video simulcast of the show, we love all things video and also movies. Particularly, we talked about the issue of movies here being made here in Southern California. And we've talked about the struggles of keeping movie and television productions right here in the California statewide. Now we're going to see some of the measures which have been enacted to help encourage productions to stay in California. It's not going to be every production, but there will be more here than in previous years, or at least in recent years. 48 films have been selected for the California Film and TV Tax Credit Program. So there are 48 different productions which will be subsidized to encourage filmmakers. And these are not necessarily big budget features, but still it's keeping as much of the industry here in California as possible. There was this Netflix movie called One of Them Days, which recently came out. I didn't see it. It wasn't my thing, but it starred Keke Palmer and SZA. The sequel to that is one of the 48 films that has been approved for the California Film Commission's Film and Television Tax Credit Program. And this program will provide government incentives for these 48 upcoming projects. And the other 47, for example, if you put them all together, it's expected to employ more than 6,500 cast and crew members, 32,000 background performers, and this is from the California Film Commission. And the projects will pay an estimated $302 million in wages for California workers, and the projects are estimated to collectively generate $664 million in total spending throughout the state. Also, One of Them Days is expected to receive, for example, $8 million in tax credits and spend $39 million in qualified expenditures. This, when you put it against the landscape of streaming, is really important because we can't continue to think of movies only in the theatrical release sense. We can't only think about them in the big budget movie sense. You have to think about streaming. You have to think about smaller budget movies. Mark Runner talked all the time about making sure that we have room for movies which aren't necessarily big budget ones. They need to be original thoughts. I don't want to speak for you, Mark, but I've heard you talk about it, where smaller movies, smaller concepts, there has to be a space for them within our movie-going experience. And this helps that. Go ahead, Mark.
Well, the bigger the budget, the less risk people behind it can take. The studios, the investors. And so it just makes more sense to spend less money so that you can, let a director run wild with his vision and not have something cranked out by a committee, or not have every single thing be some tentpole remake or reboot or just some stale garbage like that we're all kind of sick of, aren't we?
Yeah, I would say we are. And we also usually complain about, well, there's nothing I want to see at the movies or worth our time actually going to the movies. Now, we may love movies, but that added incentive to actually get in the car, spend some gas, spend money on concessions, dealing with them snot-nosed ass kids, there has to be something more than the usual fare. And to your point, Mark, when you have a wider selection of movies, then you're not relegated to always dealing with that portion of society we don't want to be dealing with.
Yeah, it really does seem like the selection of movies has narrowed so much in recent years. Like, you're in different moods for different things at different times, right? I mean, I always joke with you guys when you go see Disney movies or cartoons and stuff that I'm an adult. You want the choice to see an adult movie, right, or some trash or an action film or whatever. And our choices just keep on getting narrowed.
The rest of the awarded projects are independent to this point we're talking about as far as variety of movies, and 37 of the 48 which have been approved for these tax credits are operating on budgets of under $10 million. So this is going to be a boon for those smaller productions, but you can do a lot with $10 million or fewer if you understand that we're talking about streaming. We're talking about independent features, and hopefully when you help out these independent features, you also put in motion the directors of tomorrow. If you think of someone like Ryan Coogler, his first movie, Fruitvale Station, was an independent movie. If you think about Christopher Nolan, his first movie, I think it was Memento, was an independent feature. So when you provide a space for these up-and-coming filmmakers or lower-level budget movies, you're not only helping the state and helping the industry as far as keeping movies here in California, you're also growing some great talent in the future. So if, as much as we complain about jobs leaving California, as much as we complain about the movie industry leaving Hollywood and going to different states, these are some steps in the right direction. Now, is it going to change the complete flow? Is it going to change the complete trajectory? No, of course not. We've talked about it any number of times. You have the big budget movies like Marvel and Disney. They do a lot of their filming in Atlanta, Georgia. And you have a lot of other big budget movies which are filming in Toronto and or North Carolina and other places around the country. Why? Because they have completely fully developed studios in those locations. Tyler Perry has his own massive studio in Atlanta, Georgia. And speaking of Tyler Perry, let me digress very quickly. He has a new movie on Netflix called Straw, starring Taraji P. Henson. If you watch it, I will sock you in your jaw. It's one of the worst. It's so bad.
I looked it up after you texted us last night.
It's so bad.
And,
tell us how you feel.
That's a giant nope.
It is. I can appreciate Tyler Perry, what he's done to help actors over the years and providing a space for people to work. When you talk about all of his streaming projects, his movies, even his stage plays, he's helped a lot of people over the years. And his philanthropy and the things which are not publicized, I cannot say a bad word about him in that regard. But his work has not grown creatively. He writes, produces, and directs all of his material. It's just.
Oh, hang on now. Pedro, our traffic guy, says watch Straw for comedic relief.
Oh, if
would
Pedro's
you like to take
seen it,
issue with him?
Can we get Pedro on? Can we patch him through?
Let me see.
Okay, we're gonna see if Pedro, who does traffic for us, has get through.
Hey, Pedro, I got you on. You there?
Yes, sir. What's up, guys?
Pedro, you saw Straw on Netflix?
I did. I was forced to, but I kind of wanted to get some laughs in that day.
Your girl made you watch, didn't she?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Without giving it away, what was your overall thought about it?
There was so much going on, and like there was one curveball in the whole movie, and I'm sure you know where it went. But everything else, I was just laughing from wigs to to everything. It was just. Overall, it was poop.
Yeah. Long story short, Straw stars Taraji P. Henson, who in her own right is a great actress. This is just not the vehicle for it. And she is a mother at the end of her rope. 75 different things, which are all horrible, happen to her inside of a 35-minute period within the movie. Completely ridiculous, completely unbelievable, completely hysterical. In the way that you just watch, like, come on. Then you say, come on. And then this happens like, no way. And Glenn Turman also co-stars in it. I love him as an actor. He's been on this show. But he plays a very cartoonish character, and it's just unbelievable. Everything that happens, it seems like it's like a stage play because it's so over the top.
Is it supposed to be a drama?
It's a drama, but unintentionally funny.
Yeah.
Oh, you're laughing out loud at inappropriate moments.
Oh, wow.
That's the only way I can describe it. It is really, really, really bad.
Also, I don't know if you're looking at the chat right now, Mo, but Carnice is trying to play it low.
She sure is.
I actually enjoyed that movie.
See?
I did. It got me emotional.
KFI
definitely.
AM 640, we're live everywhere. I will not allow you to give that piece of crap credit on this show.
Oh, my gosh. Taraji did a good job, though. She really did.
Okay, yes. It is directed. The intended audience is definitely female who may empathize with her and sympathize with her. It is trauma porn, as someone put it to me. It's about, if you want to be in your feelings for a good hour and 20 minutes, it's perfect for you. It's not even long. It's not even a long movie.
An hour and 20?
It's something, it's not that long.
Okay.
You can do it in one sitting. It's just bad. It's From camera angles to makeup, Taraji P. Henson is sweating through the whole movie, and she's the only one sweating. It's like, I don't get it.
My girl was stressed.
It was just something. I know we've gone way down the side of the road here. Pedro, thank you for giving us your review. It's just one of those things I can't in good conscience recommend. I can recommend Tyler Perry and his philanthropy, saying nothing of his present legal issues that he's dealing with. But this just says to me he's not even trying to grow as a content creator. If you want to see some really bad filmmaking, have 3 or 4 drinks and put it on and laugh your ass off. It is over the top, otherworldly, dumb. Other than that, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's Later with Mo Kelly. KFI AM 640. Sorry, Carnisha. I'm just sorry. I have to tell the truth.
You're mean.
Maybe true, but I'm also accurate. We're live everywhere on YouTube, Instagram.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water. But you're getting it anyway. Because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
And here we have a specimen from the early 2000s, a legacy investing platform. Please don't touch the exhibit, folks. It could crash.
Ready to step out of the financial history museum? At public.com, you can invest in almost everything. Stocks, bonds, options, and more. You could even put your cash to work at an industry-leading 4.1% APY. Leave your clunky, outdated platform behind. Go to public.com and fund your account in 5 minutes or less. Paid for by Public Investing Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Full disclosures at public.com/disclosures.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
On Facebook and the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Later with Mo Kelly on KFI AM 640.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app and social media. And you never know what goes on behind the scenes of some of your favorite TV shows or some of your favorite movies for that matter. And oftentimes stars and co-stars will play nice with each other for the sake of the television series or movie because they don't want bad press to come out. And then after the series is over or the movie is out in theaters, then you get to hear about all the horror stories. Well, it seems on Cobra Kai, there were 2 actors that really didn't like each other, or at least one really liked another actor or actress, and it's now playing out in public in the worst way. And if you've seen Cobra Kai, you know Martin Kove. He plays Sensei Kreese. If you've seen the most recent seasons of Cobra Kai, then you may know actress Alicia Hannah Kim, who was a recently introduced co-star. She played like a Cobra Kai team member, a sensei, a fellow teacher. And those 2 characters had a lot of interaction in the final 2 seasons of Cobra Kai. You never know about their personal relationship or whether they like or dislike each other. But now you know exactly they don't like each other. According to a report in Variety, which came out yesterday, Hannah Kim told an officer working the VIP section of a red carpet event about Cobra Kai in the state of Washington that after tapping Martin Kove on the shoulder to say hello, he suddenly grabbed her arm and bit her so hard he nearly drew blood. She filed a police report, and the police report states that when she cried out in pain, Kove allegedly started kissing her arm where he had bitten her. The report detailed that Hannah Kim then told her husband, who was there, and I'm surprised he didn't whoop his ass on sight. It goes on to say that the husband did confront Martin Kove about the incident, and it also states upon confronting Kove, he, quote, exploded on them, saying something to the effect of, how dare they confront him, close quote. Hannah Kim and her husband asked the reporting officer to step in and defuse the situation, according to report. Kove claimed that he was trying to be funny, adding that they, quote, play fight all the time on the set of Cobra Kai, close quote. Let me just stop right there, okay? If I am at an event with my wife and one of her coworkers were to bite her so hard that it drew blood and then wanted to kiss her arm to soothe her and say that he was kidding, I'm going to jail that night. I don't know how it's going to play out in court. And I'm not talking about being a tough guy. I'm saying that's the only appropriate response for me as a man defending my wife in a situation like that. Yeah. That's the only response. I'm not going to the guy and say, hey, you, stop that. Don't bite my wife. Don't put your hands on my wife. Unhand her. No, there's an instant altercation. For me, that's the only reasonable response because he's physically assaulting her.
Yeah, unfortunately, the response of her going to the police to tell them what happened, in an instant, with me, it would have been the police would have been called over because there was a mad fight. There would be no, hey, I'm going to go and tell the police. It's the police would have been coming and cuffing me or pulling me off of said individual. And then it would have been like, what's happening? You're going to jail. Da, da, da. This is, oh, hey, okay. He assaulted my wife. This is self-defense. I am putting hands on him because he thought this was some type of game.
I don't know. Like, we weren't there, but from the way it's described, this incident happened in view of her husband. Let's say it wasn't. And she had to tell him, I am not going to first confront him and then go to the police who might be there. This is an instant ass whooping situation. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if I lose. It does not matter.
Yeah.
Maybe this is about the man code, where we have to protect those who are important to us. Let's say it wasn't my wife. Let's say it was my daughter. You know what I mean? I don't know how it would be any different. I don't know. There's certain times where you can't have a conversation.
Like, I don't care if say this was me and my son, he was on Cobra Kai, and Martin Kove came up and punched him so hard in the stomach he threw up or something like that.
Right.
I don't care what y'all do on the set. You assault my son, my child, but someone that I'm there with that is close to me. It's like, bro, we're not on the set, and this is not playtime. Your ass. It's mine.
And it's done in full view of the press, so I'm not even worried about whether there's evidence of the assault.
It's right there.
It's right there.
But I was talking with Nick, and when it comes to bodily fluids, because I mean that it's there on her arm, I'm guessing. I mean, doesn't that count even like almost like a felony?
I don't know. I'll work that
worse.
out. I'll let the police work that out because that's tomorrow.
Yeah,
but today I'm putting foot in ass.
Yeah,
and I've thought about this. I've never been arrested, never gone to jail with the exception of Disneyland. Long story, you probably heard it. But the only time, Cardiff said, I haven't heard it. We'll tell you about it. But my point is, I do think about what is it I'm willing to go to jail for? Under what circumstances? I don't care about getting a record. When I read this story, this is one of those times. Absolutely.
I mean, Mark Ronner has almost come to the point where he was going to pull a man out of his car for, I think, honking at the long-suffering one or something or another.
Isn't that true, Mark?
There's things that we do. You mess with ours. Yeah, we got to deal with it.
I hate to. What if he was just playing around? The last thing I want to get into is some wussy whining about cancel culture, which doesn't really exist. But what if he was just playing around? I've seen people just have their whole careers ended in the comic industry for having a couple drinks at the bar at night and playing a little grab ass with each other. Maybe this was all that was.
Maybe he was drunk. Maybe he was high. Maybe he was only playing. But he bit my wife and drew blood. I am effing his ass up.
Is it possible that there might have been an overreaction? Just possible?
No. It could be both. In other words, he could have meant it in a playful way.
I mean, I admit that it's normal for us to just have our eyes roll up to the whites if something happens to our women and we want to kill immediately. But let me just suggest that that's not always the appropriate response.
I'm not talking about appropriate. I am not even talking about legal. I'm not even talking about something I would advise.
No one said that, Mark. No one said that the response was not irrational.
Also,
this has nothing to do with rationality.
At the end of the day, how old are you?
He's 70-something.
Exactly.
So it might be murder when I'm done.
Well, so maybe he didn't even have his own teeth and he just gummed her arm.
No, he drew blood.
Drew blood. All I'm saying is he could have been high out of his mind. He could be high and drunk. He could have thought that it was all fun and games because of what they do on the set. We are in real life. And when he would sober up or come down off of his high, he would be saying things like, what happened? Why did Mr. Sharp jump on me like that?
Hey, Twal, I know we got to go to break, but I remember I talked to you about this real life situation. This was like maybe 8 or 9 years ago.
Yes.
I was at bar New Year's Eve with my then fiance. And this woman got into it with my wife. And then her boyfriend came over and put his hands on my then fiance. Next thing I know, 3 people are trying to jump me. That's just the way it goes. Because when I saw touch made, I'm immediately inserting myself into the situation.
We've all got those stories, all of us.
Yes.
So I know we got a break. Daniel, get ready. We're taking it to the hallway. So join us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We're taking it to the hallway. We're defending women. KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere. iHeartRadio app.
KFI and KOST HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County. More stimulating talk.
You know what's great about your investment account with the big guys? It's actually a time machine. Log in and zoom. Welcome back to 1999. It's time for an upgrade. At Public.com, you can invest in almost everything. Stocks, bonds, options, and more. You could even put your cash to work at an industry-leading 4.1% APY. Leave your clunky, outdated platform behind at Public.com. Go to Public.com and fund your account in 5 minutes or less. Paid for by Public Investing Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Full disclosures at Public.com/disclosures.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm Molly Roberts.
And I'm Drew Goins. Each Friday on Impromptu, we talk through the questions we can't stop thinking about.
Do we need to rethink how much we drink?
Why are companies really asking workers to come back to the office?
Does boycotting a business actually work?
Should we quit social media?
We're here when the news gets personal and the headlines hit home.
Join Molly and me every Friday on Impromptu from Washington Post Opinions.
Find Impromptu wherever you get your podcasts.